Okay, so this is the second time that I forgot to hit the go live button, and I don't want to say I forgot to hit it because it said I was live. So maybe, so I apologize, guys. Hopefully, you guys can hear and see me now. I was just talking to myself, but let me know if you can see and hear me. That was a good 6 minutes of me talking to myself. But it gave time for everybody to join in on the chat. So, yeah, so let me know if I am good, if you can hear me, and we will just start again. Max is also in the house, so he's being a little quiet right now, but I'm sure he will start snoring soon enough. Um, yes, so I was talking to myself, and I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and let's start again, shall we? Uh, hey guys. So I don't know why I always forget to hit that go live button. It says I'm live, but then I have this go live button. So whatever, we're all friends, right? This is very casual. So if I forget to hit that go live button, it's all good. So hopefully you guys caught me on Craft Roulette Friday night. I was a pinch hitter. Mary had emailed me Thursday and asked if I wanted to fill in, and I did. So hopefully you guys saw that. Wasn't the parameters weren't too scary, right? But I had a hard time figuring out how I was going to pull them all together. But in the end, it always worked out. So what I thought we would do today is play with some of my Tim Holtz stamps. And really, what I wanted to play with are some of these like invoice typography labels. Because I noticed when I was playing Craft Roulette on Friday, this is oversized. If you guys have this stamp set, it's a little oversized and it cut off some of my edges, and I wasn't truly happy with that. So I decided to try something, and I'm going to share that. That's what we're going to do today in the live. But before we get started, I wanted to share with you some of my latest vintage finds because I always do that. I don't know if you guys like that or not. Hopefully you like it. Uh, Am I a broken record? I actually almost was gonna play with some really cute dies, but I wanted to practice something, and I figured we would do it. We would do it here. Uh, that's most of my stamp set, Kim. But anyway, so let me transition now that I actually am live and I hit the go live button, and and I'll share with you some of my finds. Been doing with Season Holds live Saturday. So I did not see the live Saturday Melody. I have played with some of his material before, but I don't do a lot of sewing anymore. When I do sew, I usually sew my journals, which is paper. So not big on the material. I can sew, but I just don't do it very often anymore. Cordelia, we are going to be doing a giveaway at the end, so get your paper and your pencil ready because you're my official keeper when we do the roulette wheel. So we'll do that at the end, so remind me if I forget. So let me transition down. I want to share with you one of my best finds of the weekend, um, and then we'll get into it. Does that sound good? Is everybody cool with that? Are y'all cool? All right. So, all right. So, the weather here in Prescott has been beautiful. We go to this local flea market just because Saturday mornings we like to walk around. We usually go get a cup of coffee and then walk the swap meet. Not only for exercise, but just it's a beautiful morning, and we like to go look at the junk. And I found these vintage P.O. box doors. I don't know if you can actually see. Pam, you're already 33. You're so cute. The patina on these, but it's got great patina. It is so vintagey. The number is beautiful. The glass is in perfect shape. It's got the little hinge here, so if you wanted to maybe create a little box, but it is gorgeous. It is just gorgeous, and I found several of these. So I'm going to get all the dust off and all the grime off. Um, and these are going to end up in my shop. So if you guys are interested in this, they're beautiful, you guys. I think they would make a great decor if you like vintage stuff. Yeah, these are going to end up in my shop, and I was just so happy to find these because I've seen these and I've drooled over them. So of course I'm going to keep some for myself, but then yeah, and then they're going to end up in my shop. But I wanted to share this because I was super excited to find these. And like I said, the glass is beautiful. The numbers are so crisp. I mean, look how good those numbers look. They're awesome. So this was my best find. I'm very excited about it. The other things, let me put this away. I don't want it to break. The other things that I found some really great prescription pads. These are older, and these are great for Halloween. And I love when I find them unused. Usually you'll find the prescription already written out, but these are completely unused. So I found a few of these. And then I found this. Look how cute this is, you guys. So this is instructions for medication when you're going to be gone. So maybe for a babysitter or something like that. But I just love the little image. I think it's so sweet. And of course, all this is going to end up in my shop. But yeah, so excited about some of these items that I found. Very, very fun. And awesome to work with. All right. Oh, I also got some new wooden stamps. So this one says newspaper. And then this one says postmaster. And then this one says, what does this one say? Undeliverable as addressed. So maybe we'll play with these as well. These are for my personal collection. All right. So how about you say we get to it? So to get ready for the live, I went ahead and I printed out some paper that I want to play with. So my thought was I want to be able to use this and create my own invoices and then grunge them up and do that kind of a thing. So it's an oversized stamp. So what I thought I would do is I would create this and then scan it to bring it down a little bit smaller so I can use it on card size. But we'll see. But so I printed out this old ledger. I have this prisoner held open report. This is from, I had a Chicago detective kit that I found, and this was his book, and I scanned some of the pages. So I'm going to bring this down more. There we go. So this is from his report book. Pretty fun. So I thought maybe we could play with that a little bit. So this is the vintage invoice that I have. And see, this is how it started out. Well, I threw it into Photoshop and I took off the title because, again, I had the idea to add my own label. So we'll see how that idea works out. But so yeah, so I printed out a couple of those. And then again, just more old pages that I printed out. And all these invoices and whatnot are in the shop. I'll link them at the end of the video. But just some paper that I figured we could stamp on and see what we could play with. So hopefully you all are cool with that. I also have some old ledger paper that we thought that we could play with as well. So let's get to it. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to cut down my paper. So I want to work with this one here. And I'm just going to cut it out. Okay, ooh, cut that a little close to the edge there. That's all right. Mostly this is going to be just to figure it out. All right, so gosh, so this is an original invoice. I have a whole bunch of these 1914 invoices that are from New York. They're pretty cool, and they look authentic. They're pretty cool. And let's see. So cut out that one. And then I also want to cut out this one right here. All right. And I print these out. I don't know if you can tell. This is vintage paper that I print out on. But you don't necessarily have to print out on vintage paper. I just like the way that it feels and the way that it looks. You can certainly make it look vintage. Excuse me. But you know, if you can start out with vintage, why not? Why not, right? Okay, so we'll cut this out. What else do I have here? Oh, this old detective book. And look at the typing on this, you guys. It's pretty awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Thanks, Pam. You should see Max. He's conked out. He's not snoring, though. Conked out next to me. He must have had a hard day, you know, taking a nap earlier. Seems like that's all that dog does. And then, oh, let's cut out one of these, too. This is a bigger one. I'll do this one. So I said I did prepare before the live, but when I prepared, I just printed out. I didn't actually cut out. But we'll see here. All right. So next Saturday is my Tell Your Story class. I think it's next Saturday. But I still plan on doing the live on Sunday, and I'll share with you our finished projects, of course. And then at the end of the month, I have another class, which is the Wonderlust class. And then I've got to get my Halloween class up. And I think I'm going to do it the same way I did the Tell Your Story. So you'll register for the class, and then if you want to buy the kit, which I certainly recommend, then you can do that as well. All right, so I guess we'll start with this and see how that works. All right. I'm talking to myself here. Okay, so let's get her done. So the first thing I wanted to do, I'm anxious to try this out. Get out the Misty. And the plan is, oh, it almost doesn't even fit in here. Let's see if, yeah, that'll close. So the plan is to take my Merchant Tailor stamp and see if I can line it up. And I want to be able to put maybe like a hat or something here. I'm not sure what yet. I don't want to go too high because then I'll go off, but I don't want to cover up that wonderful date either. So let's give this a try, shall we? All right, so I want to do black ink. So let's go ahead and give her a try. Now, ordinarily, when I'm working with stamps that have open space, and when I say open space, it's like the space here where ink could get stuck. I like to use a Q-tip. Of course, I don't have one, so I'm using my fingers. But I don't want that part to stain my paper. Hopefully that, oh gosh, that's perfect. Look at that. I think I might try to make my invoice a little bigger, but the problem with that is if I go too big, then I can't fit it on my MISTI. But again, I'm just kind of playing because what I want to do is take this finished invoice, scan it, and shrink it down so I can use it on my cards. All right. And what's fun about this particular invoice, and I'll show you in just a second, is it actually works with this label. So this is the ready-made clothing, hats, and caps. And as you can see here, it says ladies' boots, Oxfords. So it kind of works with this invoice. But gosh, look at that. Doesn't it look like it's part of the invoice? Like I said, I think I need a little bit more room up here. So I probably will take it to my my Word, my Photoshop. I'll take it to my Photoshop and make it a little bit taller on top and a little bit shorter on the bottom. But so that was my idea, is to try to alter an invoice so I could use my own stamps, and that was the goal here. So looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and do a few more things to this here. So I want to add, let's see here. I want to add some of my other stamps as well. So let's go ahead and let's see. I like it when it kind of hangs off the side. So let's see how that works. You know, actually, I think I'm going to do it on this side because I might have to trim this paper, and if I trim it, it will be on that side probably. So let's see. Let's just kind of put, I don't know, something like that, I guess. What color should we use? Let's use Fired Brick. It's on my desk, so why not, right? Be fun to use a purple to match that, but maybe next time. All right. Just do a few stamps here. We'll do one more just to get a little bit darker. Nice. All right, that looks good. And then let's see what else. What else can I do to this thing? Oh, I know. Where did I put those stamps? I brought out some of my other stamps. So I have original and duplicate. Maybe I'll stamp original on this, make it look like, this was the original invoice. What do you guys think? Maybe we'll do that in red too. Let's see. Do it just like that. How's that? And then what else can we do to this thing? Maybe, I don't know, maybe put like a little hat or something. Or how about a big finger? That would be good. All right, so let's do that. Oh, gotta do it this way, I guess. And then the finger is gonna be something like that, I think. All right. And these stamps are left over on my desk from Craft Roulette. That's why we're playing with them today. Okay. So again, my idea, oh, Melody, the idea of this is I want to be able to create the invoice with all my stamps and everything, but then I want to size it down to a card size so I can use it on some of my smaller cards. But you can also use these. I mean, once we stamp it up, we can, tear it up and add it to a card. But I thought it would be kind of fun to be able to shrink this down to size a little bit. So here you go. So we started out, I think that came out really good, you guys. Look at that. So I've got my Tim Holtz label, and then I've got the finger here with the little stamp. And then I put original here. I'm going to grunge it up a bit. But what do you guys think? That's pretty cool, huh? Like I said, I wanted to be able to make cards, but that stamp was so big, and after playing on Craft Roulette, it really dawned on me. It's like, wow, that's a really big stamp to be able to use on a card. All right, so let me just add some of my walnut stain, because I add walnut stain to everything. And I love that it's already got like the aging and the patina on it. These were scanned from original invoices, and like I said, I took off the header to be able to stamp good old Tim's stamp. All right. Next week we'll go cutesy, I promise. I don't do cutesy, but I have a new die set I want to play with, and it's not Tim Holtz, believe it or not. But I got it from scrapbook.com, and it's when they had a sale. And it was like the 4 houses that you build together. But they're the flat ones. They're not the 3D ones. But I want to play with that a little bit. So we'll do that next week. All right. So I added some walnut stain. That looks pretty. What do you guys think? I think that looks pretty good. I like it. What do you guys think? Pretty cool to be able to take an invoice and then alter it. So it started out like this, right, with this EP Read & Co. And then I took the header off and I stamped my own. So that's how I was able to alter it from this to this. So that was my idea, and it worked pretty well. I like it. Um, and then I'll have to figure out. I want to shrink it down, I think. I mean, I guess I can make a card, but it still is pretty big. It still is pretty big for a card. Um, but we'll see. I'll have to, I mean, I think it would be great for like a junk journal or something like that. But that was my idea, is to take off the header and then stamp my own. So pretty fun, right? All right, so let's try another one. So I have this, and I have this, which is, again, this Painter's Color Supplies and Brushes. So I thought maybe I could stamp this here. So this is a way where you can create your own vintage invoices. Um, I'm going to, if this idea works out, I am going to take off some of the labeling on some of the invoices so we can make our own. All right, so let's see here. What color? Maybe I'll go with trying to decide what I want for my color. I'm going to try something really off the ball here. All right, so we're just going to go with paper dolls and walnut stain. Yes. I think they asked what my, yeah, paper dolls and walnuts. Paper dolls, of course, and remnant rubs. Walnut stain is my favorite color by far. I use it the most. But remnant rubs probably are my two favorite. I use those a lot. Now this size, this is actually a 5x7, and this would work great for a card, I think. So I just scanned this, and I sized it down. I didn't do anything to it. But the next one I show you, I actually took off the number, this 59, and then I took off the line there. But I think this still works pretty good. Again, one of Tim's labels. And I want to, let's see. So again, I'm just going to add some more walnut stain. Now this is really thin paper because it is actual vintage paper. So I can't really, spray it and add color that way. But if you have, regular paper or thicker paper, you can age it up that way as well. And I guess I could try. I would just be afraid that the paper would tear. I guess we can try that, right? I mean, we're just playing. All right, so let me do this. Oh, I know what I could do. Let's see. I thought I had. Maybe I don't. Well, let's just do this. All right, so I don't want to put too much. Just a little bit. This paper is really thin. Okay, Pam, we'll see you later. Oh gosh, Melody, you're having all sorts of problems, aren't you? With people hacking you. It's awful. Wish people would just mind their own business. All right. Boy, that is pretty grungy, isn't it? So let me dry that a little bit. I don't know. Do you think that's too grungy? So if you are part of my monthly Patreon, the new kit is coming out next week. So Melody, I know you are. It's a very cute kit. It's a journal. It's got journal pages and it's really, really fun. Hopefully you'll like it. All right, so let's see. What am I going to do here? This is cigars. Of course, we got to put the big finger again, right? Let's see. What can we do? Maybe do this, but really, really lightly. Because I want it to be kind of like a background, I guess. So let's do this down here. So I just want something really, really light. Oh, you know what I should use is my new gray. What's that new gray color? If I can find it. Lost Shadow. Stamp off a few times. All right, yeah, I can do that. Lost Shadow is pretty light too. Yep, Lost Shadow. So let me do what Robin said first. And I think this is pretty light to begin with. Oh yeah, I think I should be all right. This is great. This Lost Shadow is great for just really subtle stamping. I haven't jumped on board with all of the new colors. Number one, it could get a little costly. But number two, I just don't have, oh, that's really light. Can't even see that. Number two, I just don't have the space for it. For all the colors. All right, we might have to go a little darker than that, guys. Because you can't even see that. That is very light. So let's try. First of all, let's wipe off the stamp so I don't contaminate my new stamp. And then let's just try this brown. Let's see. Probably a little darker than I wanted, but that's all right. We'll just keep it like that. Okay, I'm just doing a background. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'm just kind of playing here a little bit. I like that. And then maybe we'll do, let's see, what else can I do here? I'm just kind of playing with what I've got. Maybe something like that. Let's see. Hickory smoke, yeah, that would have been a good choice too. Something really just subtle, right? All right, so let's see if we can figure this out here. Again, I just want to go really subtle. Hickory smoke. Let me see if I can find hickory smoke. I have hickory smoke. Let's try that. So let's try this one. All right, so just gonna go real light because I kind of want to see what it does. That's not bad, right? Again, I'm just going for a background effect. It's pretty good, I think. And let's see. Market Street. Maybe we could do that, right? Do that in blue to match the label. It's pretty good. What do you guys think of that one? And maybe we can, I have this is another one of my favorite stamps, this big 15 cents. Maybe we'll put that down here. And we'll do something really bold. Let's see, maybe, well, maybe we'll go with the, nah, I was gonna say let's go with the blue again. But I like that to be bold. Let's see. Should we go with the blue just to have it match? Thanks, Melody. Why not? We'll go with the matchy-matchy. Hey, Gloria. Uh-oh. My 15-cent stamp just fell. Let's try this again. Just creating my own invoices today. We'll do one more stamp. Give him the Tim Holtz hat. I could. If I can find it. I have to find it. Alright, so there's that. And then I was thinking, of course, I just love this finger on these invoices. Clean this off a little bit. Oh, no, I guess I'll use black again. So if you've ever seen the original vintage invoices, gosh, you guys, they're beautiful. They're so pretty, very ornate, colorful, lots of colors. I love the old invoices. And like I said, I was able to get my hands on a whole stack of 1914 invoices that were from Ticonderoga, New York. Maybe Robin knows where that is. She's from New York. And then I can, manipulate them, scan them and manipulate them and play with them a little bit. Super, super fun. All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. Did you use the finger stamp Friday night on the craft roulette? I did actually, Gloria, and that's actually the card I'm gonna give away is the one I did on craft roulette. It's around here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, it's underneath all my piles. But don't they make pencils? Who? All right, so that's that one. Like I said, this is vintage paper, so it's pretty fragile. And then what I'll probably do is, this was the tool I shared when I was on craft roulette. I like the way, see, this is going to really tear it up because this paper is so thin. But I like the way it kind of tears it up to make it look a little bit older. Yep, that's the place, Robin. That's where the invoices are from. Let's just make this look a little bit older. Maybe we'll make a card out of this. This would make a good card, I think. So yeah, so with these stamps, you don't always have to color them in. I know with this gentleman here, a lot of times I've colored him in, but if you go light enough, you can just use them as backgrounds. A little bit older. And you know what I like doing also is if you have like, I don't know, like if you have, folds, you can add, markings on the folds too. Something like that, you guys. All right, so that's the second one. So there's the two that we made so far. So we made this one, and then we made that one. Pretty good, I think. All right, so let's, oh, you know what? Let's make this one a duplicate. So, let's see. I kind of like, but that works. So, yeah, this is a vintage stamp that I have as my personal collection. And I have a stamp that says duplicate, and then I have one that says original. All right, so there's two of them. Look pretty good, I think. This one looks a little bit too new. I think I need to, I don't know. Cup of coffee stains. Yeah, something like that, right? Oh, make it look a little bit older. All right, so here's the next one. So this is prisoner held open report. So it's just got the commanding officer, the district, the date, decedent, defendant, charge, plea. This could definitely go into a detective kit, I think. So not sure what I'm going to do with this one. Let's see. Maybe we'll do like enclosure. Well, first of all, yeah. Let's do that. So I'm just going to add to it. It already is pretty awesome as it is, but we'll add to it. Oh, you know what I should have done? I made these little labels here out of my stamps and out of my vintage label, my old label, my gummed tape. I got the gummed tape at the where did I get it at? I got it at the thrift store, so I'm not going to be licking that. So we'll just glue that. How's that? So we'll do that, and then this guy looks like an old detective, doesn't he? That would be kind of fun. Maybe I'll stamp him on it. Let's see. He looks like he would be a detective. Sherlock Holmes, right? All right, so let's see. I go with the brown again. He's even got the pocket watch going on there. Okay, so there's that. What else do we got here? I don't think I'll use the finger on this one. But let's see if we can maybe, I don't know, add some brown to it. Yeah, my dog, yep. Yeah, he got on the big chair and he's snoozing. Maxie. All right. Let's see. This is Wallenstein. My speakers are pretty good to be picking him up. So just add in a little bit more walnut stain to the edge. It's pretty good, I think. Prisoner held open report. I like that. It's kind of fun. All right, let's see what else I can play with here. You know what? Ooh, I got some of my Halloween stamps. We can maybe put one of these on there, right? Rush. Let's see, filed. Maybe we can use the filed stamp. Or urgent. Would that even fit? It might be too big. Urgent. Maybe down here. Maybe something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? And let's see, maybe we'll do the filed stamp on top. I don't know. Or maybe we'll just do the urgent. Let's see, what do you guys think? Maybe we'll do that in red. Yeah, that little dog of mine follows me everywhere. When we originally got him, he was supposed to be my husband's dog. I think I've told you this story. I had dachshunds, and those were my babies, and they both ended up dying. They were older, and I wanted to get another dachshund, but not yet. And then this little guy needed a home. And I was kind of on the fence. I didn't know if I wanted to get another dog quite yet. But he needed a home, so we took him in, and now he's my dog. Now he's my dog. Oh, I know, you guys. I want to tell you a story while we finish up here. So, and I wanted to tell you last week, and I totally forgot. All right, so we drove down to Phoenix, which is about an hour and a half south, for a party. And my son was with us. He's 26. And on the way back, it was like around, I don't know, like 9 o'clock maybe. It was dark. He had drank a little bit. Let's just put it that way. So he had to go to the bathroom really badly. So we pulled over to the side of the road. We're coming up. We're on, I think we were on 69. I can't remember where we were at. But anyway, we pulled over to the side of the road. And after he was done, got back in the car, headed home. Like 15 minutes later, he says, I can't find my cell phone. And we're like, well, that would have been helpful 15 minutes ago. And he thinks it slid out. He thinks it slid out when we stopped on the side of the road. So my husband, the optimist that he is, said, well, let's go back and see if I think I know where we stopped. Let's go see if we can maybe find it. Well, we were driving slowly on the side of the freeway looking for a cell phone. 10 o'clock at night. We're not finding it. So my son says, well, if I had Wi-Fi, he had an iWatch. He said, I can ping my phone, and then tomorrow I'll come back and look at it. And my husband's like, well, I have a hotspot. Why don't you just join my hotspot? So long story short, he connects to the hotspot. He gets Wi-Fi. He gets the location of the phone. So we circle back around on the freeway we're coming, and it's like, 400 yards, 300 yards, 200 yards, 100 yards, 600 feet. And it's just kind of getting us closer and closer. And we ended up stopping, and he had this noise that it would make a noise like dee 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 dee. So he initiated that, and he's like, I hear it. And then all of a sudden we hear, I found it. So he ended up finding the phone on the side of the freeway. It was in perfect condition. But, that was definitely a advertisement for iPhone, because it synced it perfectly. It told us exactly where it was. And I would have never thought we would have found that phone. Who would have thought, right? The side of the road, at the middle of the night, not the middle of the night, but dark. It was dark. And we found the phone. Isn't that a wild story? We would have never thought. And it was like the $1,000 phone, And of course, we never buy the insurance. But it was crazy. It's like, you know, 600 feet, uh, 200 feet. And I hear it. And then I found it on the side of the freeway. Crazy. Just too crazy. Oh my gosh. In your house, yeah, you know, that's probably what it's intended for, not for the side of the road on a freeway. You know, I told my son, I'm like, you know, tell us sooner rather than later, you know, because if it wasn't for that feature, I don't think we would have ever found it. I mean, there's no way, right? Just a crazy story. All right. Yeah, that's definitely you would have ran over it. I was afraid we were gonna do that too, Melody. I'll tell you. Um, but yeah, it's just it was pretty amazing. I couldn't believe we actually found it. All right, so that's pretty good. I think I like it. So where are we at with time? So 4 o'clock. All right, it's been an hour. So that was my idea. I want to do a couple more if you guys are cool with that. I have these cards again. I picked them up at the thrift store. That's what I do. They're brand new. But I thought these would be good little journal cards. Let's see. Let's just do one, I guess. Or maybe a couple. I haven't even used these yet, but I saw them at the thrift store and I thought they would be perfect for, I don't know, for something. All right, so I have some smaller stamps. So this one here, this telegram one, would be pretty good, I think. Here, maybe. So let's start with that one. Hey, Joan, how's it going? All right. And then as soon as I finish these, Cordelia, we'll do our roulette. I'm going to give away the card I made on Craft Roulette. Since we're done actually making a card today. Like that. All right, so and then maybe we'll do a little writing or something. I don't know. Something like that, maybe. Let's see. That's pretty good. I'm mixing and matching stamps here. And then, let's see. Miscellaneous. Nah, that won't work. Oh, I know what I can put here. Let's see. Really like these Kathy Holden stamps. I think they pair perfectly with Tim's stamps. We'll do that in red. So mail. Okay. I think that's pretty good. And then, let's see. Of course, I've got to add my walnut stain, right? Kathy Holden, yes, yes. Yeah, the last set of stamps I got from her, I just love. They're pretty cool. It's pretty good. I like it. Too bad it's too big. Yeah, Melody, her collection is pretty nice. I like it. Of course, we got to put a paper doll, you guys. I'm nothing but, if I'm not anything, you guys, I'm predictable, right? Gonna use walnut stain. Gonna use Tim Holtz stamps. Gonna pull out a paper doll. But these are nice little inserts, I think. Or you can use it as a background on a card too. I don't know. There's all sorts of things you can use these for. So we'll just fill in the space right there. It's pretty good. I like it. What do you guys think? It's pretty good, huh? It's not bad. Rub-ons. Yeah, I could add some rub-ons. For sure, for sure. It's not too bad. I had another stamp set here that I thought would be cool. Embalming. So let's see. Oh, there's all sorts of things you can do. This is a great header as well that I might use for Halloween. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so that was my idea today, guys. Hopefully you you liked what we did today. I just wanted to share with you that you can create your own vintage invoices. It's nice to have starters, of course. You know, like I said, I took off the heading and I stamped my own. And then you can, you know, use this as a background. So creative expression stamps. All right, I will check that out, Robin. And then you can tear them up a little bit. This, of course, would be a background as well, or maybe a card starter. And it started just with these old papers. So you can find vintage invoices in my shop. So check it out if you want to maybe stamp on some old invoices without actually messing up invoices. But yeah, just another idea of how to use some of these stamps that are kind of like standalone stamps, right? Some of these stamps, you like them and you get them, you're like, well, what am I going to do with them? So this is just another idea. All right, so let's get to our giveaway. Let's see. Let me just clean up a bit here, guys, and let me find my card. what is it again? Creative Expressions. I'll have to remember that. Robin, if I forget, I might text you and say, what is that company name again? All right, so this is the card that I made on Craft Roulette. It was a double Dutch door card. You had to use a hat. You had to use a page from a book. And you had to use campfire colors. So someone had asked if I used the finger stamp on my card from Craft Roulette. Yes, I did. So this is the card I'm going to give away. It's got some of my grunginess on the background. Hopefully you guys are cool with that. So I'm going to go grab the roulette wheel. Let's each choose 3 numbers. So choose your numbers. So that way we can kind of keep track. Make sure that you're not choosing a number that anybody else has already chosen. Cordelia has the final say. She is my number keeper. So go ahead and start putting your numbers in the chat, and I'll go grab the roulette wheel. All right, so give it a few minutes for everybody to pick their numbers. Remember, you've got 3 numbers you can choose. I'll just do a little tidying while everybody puts their numbers in there. We'll give it another second or so. And let's see. And I'll even stick in, you guys, in the card, wherever gets it, I'll stick in a couple of these printout of invoices so you can play too. Just to try out what we did today. So it'd be like a double gift, right? All right, so are we ready to go? Okay, so the way that this works is whoever number hits will get the card, and this is the card, and it has some of my grunginess on the background, so I apologize for that. And then I'll also stick in some of these printouts that I did, so you guys can play with these invoices as well. Sound like a plan? Cordelia, are we ready to roll? Or I should say, are we ready to spin? Yeah, are we ready? All right. Here we go. Okay, and the number is 19. 19. Oh, Robin! Got it on the first try. Look at that. Robin, you are my winner. So we did it on one try, guys. All right. So, Robin, I will get this card out to you. I'll stamp my little stamp on the background, and then you'll get some of those invoices as well that you can play with. I have a feeling you have a few Tim Holtz stamps that you can play with. I'm just spitballing here, but I would say you probably have a few Tim Holtz stamps that you can play with. All right. So that's all I've got today, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Next week, we're going to go a little more cutesy. No Tim Holtz stamps next week. We'll play with some house dies that I got. And I've been anxious to play with them. I just haven't had a chance to get them. So I'll die cut everything so we're ready to go. And what else? So if you've been waiting for my Halloween class, I will be posting that probably towards the end of the month. It's going to be a fall class, so I don't want to post it too early. But the way it's gonna work is I'll post the class, um, and then the kit you'll buy separately. And I had to do it that way because everybody's shipping was a little different, and it was costing me a lot of money to ship the kits when I did it all as one. So that's why I'm doing it that way now. But yeah, so I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. And hopefully I gave you guys some ideas on how to create your own invoices. I think these are fabulous. And they're going to be a lot of fun to create with. All right, guys, we will see you next time. Bye.